Certainly hope you all had an easy fast and more than anything else, a meaningful fast. Do you know what's the day's name? The day after Yom Kippur has a very particular name. I'll tell you soon what it is. But first, let's say thank you to Hashem for everything. מזמור לסוידר ריל אדוני כל הרציב דסעדני בשמח ובא לפניו ונונו דוק אדוני עולים ורסנו ולא נחנו ומצא מריסה ביושר בסדר חצרסה בסילה הודו לבח ושומע כי טוב ואדוני לעולם חסדו וידור ודור אמון הסוי. Let us give some tzedakah together with our prayers for the hostages, for the soldiers, for peace all over the world. But I'm not talking pieces, I'm not talking fictitious peace. I'm talking the ultimate peace, the peace which Mashiach is bringing. So I asked you, what's the day's name? Today, the day after Yom Kippur, is called God's Nomen, God's name. Now, there are many reasons given for that, Kabbalistic reasons. The simple reason is because throughout the 10 days, from Rosh Hashanah till yesterday, including till Ne'ilah, in the afternoon, in the service in the Amidah, we used to say, Baruch Atah Hashem, blessed are you God, HaMelech HaKadosh, the Holy King. As of last night by Ma'ariv, which is today, we started once again to say, Hakel HaKadosh, the Holy God. So we go back to God, naming him God. That's a simple reason, very practical. As I said, there are many others which I don't want to go into. But you know, somebody just sent me an interesting message. This is the day after a whole Yom Kippur that we have been praying for all our needs. Obviously, that for forgiveness of all of Klal Yisrael, and for to be sealed and inscribed for a good year. And we were promised that we have it. And that's why it says we end Yom Kippur with this happy tune, knowing that God has given us. We have been inscribed and sealed for the most wonderful life. So now's the time to say thank you. Sadly, he says he had a dream, and the angel of the thank you department was very sad. Why? He's not busy. Very few thank yous coming in there. So, God's name, let's say thank you. And I want to share with you a most fascinating story of YARDEN BIBAS. Unfortunately, the person whose wife and two cute little redheads were murdered by those bestial. I think it's an insult to the beast to say that they're beasts. By those murderers, those terrorists. While he was in captivity, listen to that story. At one point, the murderer came over to him and said, I have an offer to make you. I'm sure you want to live. I'm sure you want your wife and your children to be reunited with you. At that time, he did not know that they were murdered right away. And he says, here is an offer. Convert to Islam, and you will be reunited with your wife and children. We'll give you a new name, a new identity. We'll move you all to Egypt. I guess the terrorists know that Egypt is a good friend of theirs. Here's the offer. Decide. Let me know. Convert to Islam, your life is spared. Yours, your wife's, and your children. On the spur of the moment, he responded, I was born a Jew, I will die a Jew. Now, this little anecdote he shared with a fellow by the name of Kaplan, who Trump made him the ambassador to fight anti-Semitism. And Kaplan relates how he met with Yarden immediately after he was released, after the army met with him. And that's when Yarden told him that thing. Now just think about it. It's not just about himself, his wife and children. It wasn't a matter, does he trust him or not? His answer was, I'm born a Jew, I'll die a Jew. Not I don't believe you, prove to me, etc. None of this. The natural reaction of the Jew. I'm Jewish and I'll stay Jewish. That's the greatest thank you that we can give to Hashem. Not, God forbid, to die, but have that feeling, have that stamina, have that strength, have that conviction to react this way. But listen to this. Then he asks CAPTOR and says, what do you think God does with those words? His answer was, God has this engraved in his heart. So, Eibishter, I think it's time for you to take out these words from your heart and take us all out of this captivity. We're all hostages in this exile. So we want to say thank you for bringing us the Geula today.